So you'll be watching a portion of the episode called Dance of the Dead in the television series called The Prisoner.
You're not thinking of jumping?
Never.
Good.
I have my duty.
To whom?
To everyone. It's the rules. Of the people, by the people, for the people.
Takes on a new meaning.
You're a wicked man.
Did you notice how she quoted the Gettysburg Address of the people, by the people, for the people? Nonsense. Supposedly the famous speech by Abraham Lincoln, who was also Jefferson Davis, who was also John Brown. Thanks to Dave Johnson, who showed that to me and many others. They were actors who played parts in a fake history. So she's quoting a fake speech where there was false witness to death in Gettysburg, dedicating the Gettysburg cemetery of all those who were fallen in the battle that never happened. So she's trying to say that I just represent that. And he's saying I have different values. I'm not in that system. And now she's accusing him of being wicked. And that's what happens to us. Everything gets reversed. The people that are sucked into the system will accuse us ultimately of being wicked. At first they'll say you're crazy. And I've had a lot of people, not a lot, just a handful I guess. They're like, well, you need to get back on your meds. Why? Because I give out truth and you can't handle it? So it's all reversed. She's saying he's wicked. But the opposite is true. The entire system is wicked. And actually this lady, who's really called an observer, which is meant to be a handler over him, she's wicked. Not Patrick McGoohan or number 6. And that's what the devil does, by the way. We know that in Isaiah chapter 5, that the devil is about making it seem that what is actually good is bad and what is bad is good.
You have no value.
Different values.
You won't be helped.
Destroyed.
You want to spoil things.
I won't be a goldfish in a bowl.
I must go. I may see you later.
Can you avoid it?
I hope it's all right. The radio.
What would you do?
Report on it. Ask for instructions.
Number 1.
Yes.
Who?
No.
Tell me.
It's all I know. All there is to know.
In the place where you work?
Don't keep asking me questions.
No, that's from the wallet of the dead corpse that he found that washed up on shore. And he's hiding the body in the cave.
ever may find this.
Number 2? I can't find number 6.
That's no way to report.
I've tried everywhere. Don't worry, he'll turn up. It's only a matter of time. He's very undisciplined.
Shall I watch number 34 instead?
No, he's dead.
Dead? When? It's none of our business. I got to know him quite well. He didn't know you, did he?
So that obviously is the individual, the corpse that he found is the one that they were just referring to. So you've heard of a message in the bottle? This is a message on the corpse. By the way, I'll stop it and just use this as a little session. The corpse with an oration. So the oration is the written note that he put down on the corpse, but the corpse, that's you and that's me, are names in capital letters. That's a corpse with an oration. And that's exactly the entire basis of the hoax-lie system. That it's your corpse with an oration that's summoned into a courtroom. It's your corpse with an oration that gets a speeding ticket. It's your corpse with an oration that buys a car. It's your corpse with an oration that buys a home. In other words, your name in capital letters is just a small corporation. So now they can do anything they want with it. Remove your home from you if you didn't pay your taxes. Because it wasn't really your home, it was a small corporation. So that's the corpse with an oration. And in this case, the oration is the note that he wrote. But that's really your name in capital letters there. And mine too, by the way. I'm not exempt.
You of all people. I'd never have believed it. Roland Walter Dutton. Who was he? His body was washed up on the shore.
Notice he knew his name. And that's one of the things that's verboten in the village. You don't use names. So obviously number 6 has had some encounters with this individual who's worked in the department, who was a spy or secret agent or government official, whatever.
How long have you been here? You don't know.
But I ask.
It's difficult to say. A couple of months.
And you?
Quite recently.
How's London?
About the same.
So let's talk about 3 key cities. London is one of them. London is your economic center. The second one is Washington, D.C. That's your government center. The third one is Rome, Italy. That's your religion center. Now the 3 key cities will represent the 3 strands of the Antichrist system that's being put in place right now. Most of it is actually in place, but those 3 cities are city-states. And that means they're basically independent of anything and everything. Okay, and I'm talking about the city of London proper, not the big metropolitan city, the little tiny thing. It's about 1.5 miles square. Right? Now each of those metropolitan city-states are marked by a phallic symbol. Okay, the large phallic symbol. It's called the Washington Monument in D.C. Okay, and the Vatican has one in the open. Okay, the obelisk. Now they are phallic symbols, and the reason they're phallic symbols is they are representative of the strong man who started it all in the book of Genesis, which was the devil walking on the earth. Okay? And as legend goes, that his reproductive organ was cut up. And that's why the obelisk are really phallic symbols, because they're representative of the devil who at one time in the flesh walked this earth hunting the souls of men and women. And it got so bad and he was so successful that the entire earth had to be destroyed with a flood. And that's where Noah comes in. Anyhow, those 3 cities are the key to understanding what is being done, not only to you in your area, whoever you are listening to this, but being done to the entire earth.
Places don't change. Only people.
Some people.
I want to talk about it anyway.
Let's go inside.
I told them. What? Everything I know. The irony of it is they don't believe me. You know I didn't have access to the vital stuff.
Yes.
They'll take me back to the hospital.
Where are they going to take him? You heard it. Be aware. Be aware. Weird things are going on in that particular area that he just mentioned.
And by the time they realize I'm telling the truth, it'll be too late.
When?
They've released me for 72 hours so that I can reconsider peaceful atmosphere of the village.
Still hope.
No, my friend. Not for me. Such noble thoughts are long dead. Soon Roland Walter Dutton will cease to exist.
Okay, now he's genuine. He's not a plant, and this is going to happen to him. And notice how he says that he will cease to exist, and they are going to do a lot of severe damage to his mind. And where do they do it? Well, he mentioned this at the location. So be wary of that location right now. And I'm not making this up. Okay, so I'm going to end it right there, and we'll pick it up in another video. I'd like to thank you for watching this portion of this episode with me. End of video.